Okay, I'm Mr. Kohler. I'm your child's Spanish teacher. If I'm giving this to the people whose kids I teach. If not, you must know somebody at Lakewood who shared this email with or this message with you that goes over Google Classroom for parents who don't take Google classes at Lakewood. Anyway, so we're about to enter the official third day of the school being closed thing we have going on. And I wanted to take a little bit of time and walk parents through what happened. So you'll notice right now that this has got an E right here for my first name, which is Eric. You'll see it has my school email on here and everything like that. If you have a computer at home, you probably share it with a couple of people. And so the first thing I want to show you guys how to do is to switch accounts so that if you have two kids who are going to school or you have a Google account and your kids have a school account and all that other stuff. So the first thing I want you to do is you open up a new tab. It's right here in the right spot there. Click on that. And then you click on the circle right here. I click on there and I go to manage your Google account. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. You click on this circle right here and then you hit add another account. I have a student whose parents have given me permission to show her Google account. I type the Google account in there and it will then say, give me the password, which I'm not going to show you because that's private. But then it opens you to a page like this after you type in the username and password. The username for your students is their school email. If you don't have that, you can email me and I will get it to you if I have your student. If I don't have your student, I don't really have a way of doing it. The password is the last five of their school ID, unless they're like the three kids I have who couldn't remember it for 6 times. It's been changed so many times now that I'd have to get the media specialist to help me with that. Anyway, so then you hit the continue here. All right. And now you'll notice that on all these tabs up here, this is what my workday looks like. You have a D. The student's name is Devin Smeagol. And anything I click from this page goes onto her. If I'm over here, I'm back on my original page, so I can have both accounts open at the same time. It can create some confusion. So for the sake of this, we're just going to focus on stuff from this page. So if I am Devin or Devin's parents, and I don't know how to use Google Classroom, I come over here. The waffle, I tell my kids the 9 squares of death because it's basically a whole bunch of work I can give them. You'll notice that this is her general account information. This is where her settings are. Most of those are controlled by the city and their management, so don't change that a whole bunch if you can. You have Google Drive, which is where all of her files are stored, documents, sheets, everything there. The one I want to focus on today, though, is this one right here, Google Classroom. Now, because so many schools have gone digital in this current situation we're in, Google Classroom is not as fast as it used to be. Google Classroom struggles to do certain things, like uploading videos. Like I'm making this video on Thursday night, and it probably won't be ready until Saturday. I'll get approval to send it out to you guys, and hopefully it'll be there Sunday or Monday. Um, Regardless, so you will notice that these are all of the things that Devin has for Google Classroom. And I did not know she had so many. So she has Winter Play with Miss Gare. She has her community project with Miss Gullidge. She has Scholastic Bowl with Mr. Conroy. Then she has Future Problem Solving for this year. She has Civics and Economics with Mr. Munden. She has NJH. Golly, child, you have too many of these. No wonder you never get to my classroom. Sorry, that's just a lot for a kid. Like I have five. I'll show you mine later. Anyway, so you see that every single one of these classes here has stuff set up. If it were me, I would reorganize it, but this isn't my thing, so I'm not going to touch it. But I am going to go into my class. So you notice that it's got my name, Bell 7, Spanish 1. So we click on Spanish 1, and this is what your students and you will see. So I can't speak for the teachers. I don't know what they're doing to help their kids right now. I am trying to teach them as much stuff as possible because I don't know what's going to happen, and I'm told that I'm a teacher, and I'm going to do that. Moving on. So, for example, Devin can click on this link right here. During the times where I say I'm there, Devin can come down here. And this is the classroom stream. So what this shows Devin is everything that I posted in the order that I posted it. So it's most recent towards the top, like I think Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and I don't know about TikTok. I don't have it yet. Anyway, so this is the announcement. I misunderstood something that I was given my principal, and I want to make sure everybody got the same page. This right here is the cheat sheet. So for the summatives, the cheat sheet's right here. This is all the stuff that's posted around the walls in my room. And here are the summatives. So the way it worked out was this was posted on the 18th, and these are the summatives. So a kid's going to start here and work their way down. We're going to open up an assignment real quick. So I click on this right here, and you'll notice that it has an audio track, it has a criterion, it has a link right here. Video instructions. You and I, as adults, know that people have a hard time following instructions. That's why we go to YouTube to see how to change oil, fix brakes, cut grass. Whatever the thing is that you don't know how to do, you go watch a video on it. You don't read the instruction manual. So knowing that about adults, I figure kids are the same way because they like their TikToks and Snapograms and Insta chats and all that stuff. So I just put a link right here with the video. So you can click on that video right there. Now, let's say that Devin has a question for me. And so this assignment, she says, Mr. Kohler, you are not a nice person and give me too much work. So she hits send. And what happens is, that's a class comment. So everybody in class sees that. Devin can come in here and she can delete it if she wants. On my end, I go to bell 7. Oh, I got an email. I scroll down. What assignment was that on? That's on the summative A. So I come down here to the summative A on my end, and I see all the kids' work here. And let's go to, since I haven't graded these yet, instructions. Normally it shows me a class comment down here. It hasn't refreshed yet. Anyway, so I can see the comments, and I get emails, as you heard right there, and I can go in there and I can respond back to them. I'm pretty good, usually about 5 minutes during office hours. And even when they're not in office hours, I've got my phone set up so that I can quickly respond back and say, hey, good job, you turned it in, or hey, you didn't turn it in. And that's kind of how that works. So let's come back to Google Classroom. Now, that's the stream. That's where stuff posts in order to get done. But let's say that you've had a long week at work because you have to go into work regardless of what's going on in the world. And you want to make sure your kids keep on top of their stuff because they're playing a lot of Fortnite, Call of Duty, I think, and then Halo, and then I think there's some Grand Theft Auto game that came out. Anyway, they're playing those games, and you see the classwork right here. Okay, so you'll notice that in my class, I have it organized as topics. I have homework, I have summatives, I have formatives, I have classwork, I have bellworks, and I have helpful resources. As the year has gone on, I have found that kids don't go to the helpful resources, so it's on the bottom. I put homework on the top because a lot of parents like, what's my kid's job for homework? Now, when you come over here, you notice certain ones of these have colors that are not gray. So let's see if Devin has done anything here. Oh, there's the work right there. It says that it's been opened. It's got one class comment. Oh, it's mine. Oh, Mr. Kohler, you're a jerk. So I'm going to delete that so that the kids don't see it because they would think it was funny and they'd all start doing it. And then I get tons of emails that don't help me at all. So Devin can then start this assignment from here. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to see if the assignment has a due date on there, which mine don't because of what's going on. But you can also, I'm trying to find one that she did well on, so I can have her flex a little bit. Let's see, I get this one graded. So you can come in here and it says graded. And you click on view assignment, and then you'll see that she had an 8 out of 8 on this one, and that it's graded. Now let's go back to the summative A. You and I have all looked at this just a second ago. We hit view assignment, and it doesn't have a grade yet. So if you don't see a grade, it will say assigned. If it's been turned in and I haven't graded it, it says turned in. When there's a timer on there, it says late. So as a parent, when you come home, I recommend that if you want to make sure your kids are keeping up with their work, that you come in here to the stream, you go to the classwork, you click on it, and then you go to the summativos. Summativos right here. That is where you find the stuff that is most important to their work. On these, I told the kids to get the formatives done first. So if you come down here to formativos, there's a study guide here. I put due dates on them because I figured due dates help me to turn things on time. I'm a goal-oriented person. Um, and you can see here it says graded. Oh, let's look at the assignment. So this one here is one of the auto-graded ones that I have the kids do. I can view my score. So if I'm Devin, I'm looking at my score. I'm like, how did I do? 14 or better is what I want to make sure I have on it before I take that summative. Hey, she got a 14 or better. She's ready for the summative. She can take this as many times as she wants in my class. And it auto corrects it for her. She can go here, edit her responses. There are certain things I have called formal formatives. Those ones I only allow one attempt on because I want to be able to say, hey, I have evidence to show that your kid didn't get it the first 3 times. They didn't come see me. I'm worried. Let's sit down and get this taken care of. So if you're a parent and your question is, where on earth do I find my kid's work? You go to classwork and you look for the ones that are summative or sumativo if you have a Spanish teacher like me who just likes to spell sumativo because it's easier to spell when I'm tired. And then you can go to the class drive folder over here and you can see all the other stuff she's got going on. But since I don't know what she's got going on, I'm not going to worry about it too much. But this right here is the classwork, and you check and see what your kid's done. If you have questions, please reach out to me. If I'm your child's teacher, if I'm not your child's teacher and it's a short, easy question, I don't mind, but understand that I'm going to try to help out my kids because if I help them out, they can do their work and their grades are better, and then I'm happier and their parents are happier. If I'm not teaching your kid and you have a question about the classroom, I'm trying to help out because, that's what we do in times like this. So yeah, you have all this stuff right here. And I will be continuing to offer Zoom meetings throughout most of my office hours, basically just leaving them open. Let's say, for example, your kid's like, oh, I don't know how to do this. You click right here and it opens up a spot and you will notice that it is basically a simple spreadsheet. And I'm trying to have 15-minute blocks with 5 kids in them. I'm not getting a ton of kids showing up, honestly. I get it. It was beautiful today. And people didn't want to be there. So yeah, I did have a couple of kids today who got some help on their summatives, and one of them wanted me to grade their summative while they were on there, so we talked through it as we did it. Um, Google Classroom can be a really great tool for your kids to get the work quickly, easily, and flexibly, and it can be a great way for you to check on it because you can actually put it on your phone and while you're at work if you want to be that kind of parent. Like, hey, Mr. Kohler just assigned this video for you to watch. Have you watched it yet? No? Get on that. Stop playing Fortnite or whatever your kids do for fun. If they like enjoying outside, I totally get that. I would have loved to have been outside today. Did not get to happen for me. So yeah. Questions, I'll have a link here for you to email me directly. And I hope that you guys are doing well in this uncertain times. And yeah, have a good night, afternoon, or morning whenever you see this.